Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Muff Toys Kryptonite Seeker. This is the third-party, unauthorized, unlicensed Batman vs Superman Knightmare Batman. Muff Toys is really good quality, 1/12 scale cloth soft goods, Mezco style figures. I ordered this from 5K Toys. Let's take a look at the packaging, which is fantastic. As you can see, it's a big sort of box. LexCorp, Kryptonite Seeker, Radioactive, Planetary Security, LexCorp. Here's the front. It's like a briefcase that contains the kryptonite. On the back, more of the briefcase, LexCorp. Remove the reflective outer sleeve, and then you have a briefcase. Wayne Enterprises, Project National Security, very cool. Backside, Kryptonite Seeker. So with no further ado, let's open them up. And here's what's inside the briefcase. We have two sort of cardboard packages. One says the B, one says the Apocalypse. I'm always sort of confused sometimes when they have version A, version B, version C, version D. I picked the version that comes with everything, so I should have the base, the unmasked head, all the extra pieces. Pretty much blank cardboard boxes here. And inside of those boxes are two clamshells containing the figure, the diorama base, and all the accessories. Alright, now that I got this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. He comes with a ton of cool stuff. He has 7 alternate hands, totaling 9 interchangeable hands, 3 different heads, 2 rifles, a pistol, some extra replacement buttons for his jacket, a couple of different extra neck pegs, a LuthorCorp crate, which can contain the kryptonite, a small piece of kryptonite to put inside that case, binoculars, goggles, an unmasked cowl, an extra neck piece, and an extra scarf. Before I take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is the Kryptonite Seeker by Muff Toys. It's called the Kryptonite Seeker because it's unlicensed, not an official Warner Brothers product, so they can't call it Batman. Now Muff Toys are about the best quality third-party figures I've ever experienced. I'd say they're better than Mezco figures, and that is a bold statement. He comes with tons and tons of awesome accessories, and this isn't even showing you the diorama base and all the other stuff. Really, really cool looking figure. Been looking forward to getting this guy, digging in deep. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on the regular Batman head, and then we'll take a quick look at the figure. And so there you go. Batfleck is complete. The Knightmare version. So, start with his head. Looks fantastic. The chin, the cowl, the short ears, the expression of the brow, the eyes. It all screams Ben Affleck's Batman. He's got the cloth scarf around his neck, the long brown trench coat underneath, the Batman vs Superman costume. I love the texture on the suit, the big giant logo. Awesome looking utility belt, holster for his pistol, combat pants, cargo pockets, combat boots. You can see the Batman sort of gauntlets here, fins, wrap around the hands, the same sort of gold knuckles. It all looks great. Looks like we have double jointed knees that go all the way back, double jointed elbows obstructed a little bit by his jacket, and it looks like the jacket won't come off as the gloves are above the jacket. At least I won't have to worry about taking that apart. Now the outfit does look to be finished. It looks like it goes all the way down, which is very, very cool. It's kind of, I don't know, a little bit squishy here. It's like there's a base body underneath and then the sort of outer layer here. But it looks really damn good. And then here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. In addition to all these accessories, he comes with a little instruction book. And I thought to myself, it's got to be a complex figure if it comes with its own instructions. Of course, as soon as I open it up, one of the first things I see is it shows you that you can move his leg forward, so maybe it's not that complicated. Now let's check out his accessories. Here are all the contents from the box labeled B, and I'm sure it was B for Batman. And then here are all the contents from the box labeled Apocalypse. which are basically the extra diorama pieces. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. So I wanted to show this little bag full of small buttons. Now if you think I'm going to put glue on these things and put them on his jacket, you are crazy. That is just going to make a mess. I believe these are replacement buttons in case you scrape or knock one of them off his jacket, which is a nice touch, but even if I knock one off, there's no way I'm gluing one of these on there. It's just an accident waiting to happen. Now let's check out his hands. He has a total of 9 hands, 4 left hands, and 5 right hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. And here's his second pair of hands. This is a pair of default hands. They would look good relaxed at his sides. And here's his next 2 hands. His right hand is a gripping hand with the trigger finger, and his left hand is a gripping hand with a larger grip. And here's his next couple of hands. His right hand is a gripping hand with a pointing finger, and his left hand is a completely flat, outstretched hand. And he has 1 additional right hand. This is an open hand. Looks like it could be a grabbing, choking, or throwing hand. Now let's look at his heads. He has 3 of them. One with a cowl on and a regular expression, one with a cowl on and an angry expression, and then one unmasked version. Here he is with his first head. This one has the normal expression and the Batman mask on. And here's his second head. This one has the angry, screaming expression. And here he is with the unmasked head. It's a little bit complicated, but if you remove the cowl piece, replace it with this other sort of cowl piece, and then insert this different sort of neck peg, you can pop the head all the way on there, and it looks pretty damn good. I definitely would have never figured out how to do that without the instructions. Now let's look at the Batman mask. It's too small to fit on top of the Bruce Wayne head. It has a good sculpt, just like Ben Affleck and the brow, etc. Made of sort of a little bit of a rubbery material. It is hollow, as you can see. It's got sort of imprint where his hand would grip onto it. Here's a look at Bruce Wayne holding that cowl, although I don't remember ever holding the cowl like that in the film, only Superman. Now let's look at his scarves, or mask. He has 2 of them, and they're cloth soft goods. I believe this one goes over his mouth, and this one around his neck. Not really much to it. That one sort of folded over. I'm being careful to keep it that way. You can have Batman without the scarf on, and you can have him with just the scarf on. Here's Batman with the mask on. But of course, that look is not complete without his goggles. He comes with a pair of goggles. The front is sort of dirty and weathered, and the back is made of a stretchy material. Here's Batman with the goggles and the mask on, or with a more traditional look, the goggles on his forehead. Next, he has these binoculars. There's a scene where he's holding binoculars, looking across the desert. There's a strap there, lenses in the front. Here's Batman holding and looking through the binoculars. Next we have this crate and kryptonite piece. Now this crate is about the coolest action figure accessory I have ever seen. It has this very small piece of kryptonite, but that's all you need to take down Superman. Then we have this crate. As you can see on the outside, LexCorp. The Kryptonite Seeker, as we call him, tried to steal the kryptonite from Lex Luthor to take down the evil Superman in the potential future that was controlled by Darkseid. LexCorp, some biohazard signs. You can see on the back it's actually hinged. It has a handle, which is hinged at the top, and it actually opens up. And it has a little sort of place where you can actually put the kryptonite, hence the name Kryptonite Seeker. Now that is damn cool, if I may say so. And then we have his guns. He has a pistol, a sort of submachine gun, and a rifle. Pistol is a good sculpt, nice paint job, and the magazine actually comes out. Very nice little feature. We have this machine gun here, also a very nice sculpt. Magazine also comes out. And then we have his rifle here. This is sort of his signature weapon. He used this and the pistol. In the back it has that Joker card attached to the sort of base. It's got a strap for him to harness it, and then it also has removable magazines. So very, very nice. Here's Batman holding that pistol, pointing it right at you. And then here, holstering that pistol, here's Batman holding that machine gun, which I believe he took from one of Superman's soldiers. And here, holding that rifle. This is the one that has the Joker card on the back, a truce for Bruce, and then here's Batman holstering that rifle across his back. And then we have this diorama base. We have the diorama base, some barbed wire, a couple rocks, a Justice League logo, and a dead parademon. So, dead parademon looks almost petrified. Pretty cool, has a little magnet there it looks like. We have this little Justice League logo. A couple of small rocks here, it looks like pebbles. Barbed wire. And this diorama base. It's got a few steps, it's kind of out in the desert. At the bottom, it actually does pop open and gives you the option to hold all your accessories, and you can actually stow almost all of them away properly onto this thing, which is a pretty cool feature. Here's about how Batman should look on this diorama base. The parademon is a magnet, and you can attach to different places. Get the Justice League logo on there somewhere, a couple rocks, barbed wire, and then of course, Batman. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 6.75 inches tall, which can translate to just over 17 centimeters. Great height for this guy. And for his articulation. Starting with his head, of course, you can rotate side to side. He can look up quite a bit, down quite a bit as well. Very nicely done. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Now, his articulation is a little bit obstructed by the coat. Shoulders go out more than 90 degrees. They go up about that far to where it stops, but it's going to allow him to hold his guns, pistol, just fine. He's got some forward and back motion, butterfly, bicep cut under there, moves very nice. Double jointed elbows, it goes in about that far, much more than 90 degrees. The wrists can rotate, and it's a little bit hinged. Torso is one solid piece. He's got a ball joint in the waist, rotate around. It's kind of like a, I don't know how to explain it, almost like silicone. It's like movable, but he does have articulation under there, but you're not really going to get much out of it. The waist there, okay. Legs, they only go out this far. The pants obstruct that. If you kind of went that way, you could push it out a little bit further. Forward all the way, back not much. Excellent rotation. Double jointed knees. Not exactly a boot cut, but I mean, it is separated there. And then his ankle, forward and back just the tiniest bit. Rotate and tilt rock the tiniest bit as well. Here's Batman in the post-apocalyptic future, the desert wasteland where Darkseid rules the world. Now let's check them out. Next is some other action figures, starting off with some other Batfleck Knightmare figures. Here's the Muff Toys Knightmare Batman. Next, McFarlane's DC Multiverse versions. They made two versions to cover both looks, and of course Muff Toys covers both looks in one figure. And here he is, next to the Mezco version. They're both made of cloth soft goods, 1/12 scale, but man, that Muff Toys one just destroys the Mezco version. Then, next to the Mattel DC Multiverse version, and now with the Mafex version, which I believe they're redoing in the near future. Next, with a couple of Mattel 6-inch basic versions. They made a regular version and sort of a snow version. Here are all the different versions of the Knightmare Batfleck that I have. And there is one more version coming out. It's another third-party version by Present Toys called Desert Seeker. Now let's check him out with some other Muff Toys figures. I don't have many, but they're all very good quality. Here he is next to both versions of the Protector of Metropolis, their Clark Kent figure. Then, next to their 007 James Bond figure. Here's this Knightmare Batman next to a Noda Studios Rich Man. This is a third-party, unlicensed Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne figure, and it is absolutely magnificent. Every bit as good as this Muff Toys figure. Here's this Muff Toys Batman next to several different Mezco 1/12 collective Batfleck figures. And here, with several different Mafex Batfleck figures. And here he is, next to a Caillou model, third-party Knightmare Jared Leto Joker. It'd be cool if they made the entire Knightmare team in the same scale and style. Now let's check him out. Next is some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a Muff Toys figure, they're typically the 1/12 scale, 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and work my larger. And I'm going to include as many Batman figures as I can during these comparisons. Here he is, next to some Jazzware Sportive figures, and some SH Figure Arts action figures. And now, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends and Mafex Batman figures. Here's his Batman, next to an oatmeal raisin cookie. And here he is, with some Mattel and Mezco Batman figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzware's wrestling figures. And now, with some NECA and DC Direct Batman figures. Next, with some Diamond Select toys and Jakks-specific wrestling figures. And finally, with some McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman figures. So overall, this Muff Toys Knightmare Ben Affleck Batman figure is absolutely fantastic. The jacket feels great. Feels exactly like a real jacket like that would. The cloth soft goods scarf and mask, the goggles, they're all very well done. The guns look fantastic. The suit looks great, both the Batman suit and the combat gear on top. And don't even get me started on that LexCorp crate. That thing is just amazing. His articulation is fantastic. A little bit limited in the sort of hip area of the pants and the arm area with the jacket. So many different options. The diorama base is cool. The guns, the mask, it's all there. If I had to rate this figure, I'm going to give him a very high rating, 9 out of 10. My complaints would be, they probably could have allowed his arms to go up just a little bit more. The magazines sometimes follow the gun a little bit easily. That's about it. This figure's on point. Looks great. I mean, it's almost a perfect figure. Very, very well done. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys real soon.